Okay, so we are going to finish doing the flip chart that you guys started yesterday. So if you will get this out. We already took care of the zero exponents. That's when any number raised to a power of 0 equals 1. We did negative exponents, and that's what you guys did last week. That's when we use the reciprocal, so we never leave exponents as negative. We always change them to positive exponents, which might mean moving them to a different location. So now that you've checked yesterday's homework, you will have a better understanding of the next three, and then the fourth one that we have to do today is going to be new. So the way this video is going to work is that for the most part you guys are going to probably need to pause the video so you can complete your chart and then just start the video back when you're ready. Alright, so looking at multiplying with exponents, this is from the information you learned last night. And what we discussed was that, or what you found I guess, in your investigation, was that if the bases are equal, then you're going to add the exponents together. So I have a few examples on here. 5 to the 7th times 5 squared is 5 to the 9th, so you add the exponents together. Here the exponents are the same, or sorry, the base numbers are the same, so you add the exponents together. So it works with variables. It also works with negatives. Remember, the base number doesn't change, so the base is still -2. But we add the exponents together. And then on this example right here, we can't use the rule for this example because the base numbers are different. So what has to happen on this problem is you would just have to multiply 3 to the 4th, which is 81. You would have to multiply 2 to the 6th, which is 64, and then you'd multiply those together to get your answer. So the rule can't be used on that one. So please feel free to pause the video if you need to before moving on to dividing. Dividing with exponents, we learned yesterday that that means that if the bases are the same, we are going to subtract the exponents. And when we subtract them, we're going to do the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. So 3 to the 9th over 3 to the 2nd would be 3 to the 7th. Here we have 4 to the 38th over 4 to the 30th, which is going to be 4 to the 8th. We have 12 to the 5th over 12 to the 7th, which would be 12 to the -2nd, but we know what to do with that negative exponent. That's going to cause a reciprocal. Then just to go further, if we had b to the 3rd over b to the 3rd, if we subtract those, we get b to the 0, and we know anything to the 0 power is 1. And then this one, just to make sure you understand that it works with negatives as well, m to the 7th over m to the -2nd. So we're going to do 7 minus -2, which is going to be 9. Or if you want to think of this needs to be moved, because it's not happy, so it needs to move to the top. So then we would have m7, m2, and that would be the situation where we would add the exponents. So again, pause the video if you need to so that you can get this slide done on your flip chart. On to power to a power. So the rule here is if the exponent has an exponent, then you're going to keep the base and multiply the exponents together. So that means that 12 to the 2nd to the 3rd, so there's only one base number here. So we have an exponent that has an exponent, so we multiply, and that would be 12 to the 6th. Just to explain it another way, is if we wanted, or if we want to think of what this means, this 3 tells us that we need to multiply 12 to the 2nd 3 times. So we have 12 to the 2nd times 12 to the 2nd times 12 to the 2nd, and all of that becomes 12 to the 6th. It works with negative exponents, so you multiply and then move them. And this one, we had someone this morning ask about this question. You can have fractions as exponents, and you would still do the same thing. So 2 times 1/4 would be 2 over 4, which we would reduce to 1/2. And then I just went a little further and told them a secret that they're going to learn in high school. And that is that when you have fraction exponents, those are your square roots, or your cube roots, or your fourth roots, etc. So again, if you need to, pause the video so you can get all this information written down before moving on.